Welcome back, everybody. This is Chaos, bringing you Game 3 of Idra versus White Raw. The third map of this set is Terminus. This was Idra's pick. Ignore the score there. It is 1-1. This is the final game of this best of 3. It's part of the IPL, and we're in the pool play on day 2. So this game is critical for help determine the seeding of the final bracket. So right away we can see we have cross positions on Terminus is gotta be good for Zerg, but I think White Raw with that first pylon there might try to take a quick 3 bases just for that pylon placement. It's a little bit tough because you got to get a ton of building structures. I don't think you're going to see him go Nexus first here. It'd be safer to just go for the Forge. But it is White Raw, so I won't put it past him for just to throw down a Nexus first, but it could be pretty risky, and if Idra breaks it, he's going to feel pretty foolish to lose a game like that. Idra decided to get the spawning pool first, not deciding to go with the hatch first, so he wants a little bit safer of a build. And the Forge going down first, so he is going for the safer route here. Because essentially he's going to need roughly 3 more buildings across there just to lock this up tight. And when that's up and running though, he's going to be able to take 2 additional Nexus without almost being punished. There is a set of destructible rocks though that can allow you in, but with the positioning, White Raw should be able to make a cannon or 2 and really hold both the rocks and the choke without too much trouble. Now the question is, how is Idra going to respond here? Is he going to just decide to do just another macro game? Is he going to go all in? Idra's been playing so strong lately. We watched some of his games there just the other day, where he crushed in the Intel Extreme Masters, going right to the finals and winning it. And if that kind of Idra is going to be showing up to this tournament, it's going to be nasty. And oh my god, the Zerglings get in. I don't think he has enough in to do a lot of damage, but he's just started hacking away here. And White Raws might have to pull a couple probes here to help fend this off. And Idra's going to start the harass here. It's going to be a little bit tough though with just Zergling. And Idra's best case scenario is just to keep these Zerglings alive and attempt to just harass away here. He is delaying some mining time for White Raw, having to pull these probes as they go into the red away. Now I question if Idra is going to decide to take a quick third here and then start to get way ahead, or is he just going to try maybe like a Roachling all in? It could be done on this map with those destructible rocks. You have so many ways you could answer this. And Idra just keeping this one Ling alive, and he's just going to keep him alive for scouting information. And that Cyber Core is about to finish, and a Zealot is on the way, so Idra will be able to essentially scout for a little while longer until really a Stalker is out. Then he'll be able to push this one Zergling out of the base. So Idra's not going to be able to take a ton of damage off of White Raw right this early. Looks like that same kind of macro hatch at the third is going down as Idra tries to get these rocks out of here. Seems like a pretty smart response. You might even want to consider taking a fourth at a pretty quick time, because I would not be surprised to see White Raw take a quick third base with how easy it is to do on Terminus. White Raw opting to get a couple more gateways down, which is pretty safe because you want to be ready in case a all-in came. Now Zergling's finally destroyed in the base, so Idra's scouting will be taken out. And it looks like we're going to see some robo facility action. And it looks like he'll probably head down and start shooting those rocks with that stalker and start preparing to take that third. Now the question is he going to do Warp Prism tactics again? Is he going to get his Colossus account established? In the previous game, his Warp Prism play didn't seem like it was that cost effective. It seemed like he lost everything and did minimal damage, but he was able to hold off long enough to start to swing the tide of battle. But I kind of attribute that more to blunders on Idra's side. These poking attacks that he was doing so frequently were getting shut down, and there just really wasn't a whole lot that White Raw had to worry about. A couple roaches here, a couple there, and it's just not too hard to deflect. And it looks like a second robotics bay going down. So he's going to have 2 robos with Colossus potential behind it. And one of the factors of last game that kind of went under the radar was how far the upgrades were for White Raw. He actually finished the game with 3-1 upgrades on his units, where Idra just had a single carapace upgrade. And it looks like a first Warp Prism is on the way, so we're going to see some more special tactics play here out of White Raw, which is so strong. The third base is going down for White Raw, so he's going to be on 3 base. And he's going to easily be able to use these 2 robos plus gateway with that kind of income. I'm just not sure how Idra's going to respond here. He needs to decide what the appropriate answer is. He is loading up, but he'd probably take 4 Zealots in that Warp Prism and then look at some drop potential. He might be opting to get the speed before he moves out there with the Warp Prism. Looks so smart. So he's not even deciding to get range yet. He wants that speed done pretty quickly, which is pretty unconventional. You usually don't see the speed upgrade done so early, but it's going to be a pretty noticeable speed upgrade here. Watch as it pops. You're going to see that upgrade come, and boom! Look how quick this Warp Prism gets around. And let's see how White Raw approaches. He has observers all over the base, so he has a pretty good sense of what's going on. And it looks like a Templar Archives is going down behind it. So he's looking at Storm plus Colossus and range. It's going to be so strong. And here's the drop in the base. And Idra right on the money, starting to pull drones. And Actually, he's a little bit slow. I thought he was pulling out, but no, he just really let them keep mining. This will be shut down, but he already lost a few kills. I don't know if it's necessarily cost effective, but it's going to cost Idra time to put down some more spores and spines at each base, and just really a money investment that he didn't want to spend right now. And the harassment potential of that Warp Prism won't go away in the short term as well. And this is just letting White Raw just build up a death ball at his home base, and he's going to start being able to make Colossus 2 at a time if he chooses. And this Warp Prism is starting to cause so much issue. A few more Zealots drop, but they might have got 1 kill there, but was shut down pretty quick. And Idra has his Spire down, but I'm not sure what he's planning with it, because the mutas did not work last game, and he's really only 1 base up on White Raw right now, and ton of drones though. 92 drones to White Raw's 83, and it's just through the roof right now. And there's both players are starting to bank a lot of money. I'm not sure how Idra wants to transition out of this, if he's going to go Broodlord. But his infestors are coming, but it looks like a push from White Raw is coming across the map. So I don't know if he's going to be ready. He might just be using these Corruptors to help snipe off the Colossus momentarily, and warping that Spire, so soon enough he will be able to get some Broodlords, which I do think is a key to helping deal with this Colossus play. A little bit of a blunder though. White Raw, it looks like his Archons got jammed up on his base, and he's forced to sack a gateway just to be able to get them out the door. Archon are like the fat overweight unit of the game. They can't get through too many spaces there, and the army's moving out, and a Stargate's going down behind this, so it looks like White Raw is going to have all the tech in the game here. I'd be surprised maybe if he goes like carrier late game. Who knows? It's White Raw. Anything's possible here. Ton of spines. This is all going to come down to who gets the best engagement. If Idra can get some key fungals here, he's going to be in great shape. Those Colossus are going to start sniping away. It looks like probably the Corruptors are going to start picking. Idra could get some key fungals here, deciding not to engage yet. Warping 4 Broodlords, so you'll probably wait 8 Broodlords on the way. And another harassment on the way. Oh my god, and Idra lost his Greater Spire there with that sniping play, so that's huge. He needs to make sure that these Broodlords do their job, because he will not be able to replenish them almost 2.5 minutes, I think, on build time here to get that back in established. This is going to turn into a pretty clutch play. It looks like White Raw has moved to his whole base of operations to the middle of the map, so his engage distance will be a lot smaller and be able to kind of start slowly poking in. And another Warp Prism drop heading into the the main base of Idra right now, and a mothership is on the way, folks. And might not be carriers, but it's pretty close. And Zealot's heading into the base, and he's going to take some more losses here. Now this will be deflected, but White Raw obviously is just stalling Idra here, trading a few units. Corruptors are trying to chase this down, but with that speed upgrade, they cannot catch it. That Warp Prism is so fast. Ironically, he's going to lose the Warp Prism there, and that 5th base is going to be harassed, and it looks like White Raw's whole army is moving up. And those Corruptors will go down. There's so many Colossus in there, so many huge tech-heavy units in this mix. I don't know how Idra is going to deal with this. 8 more Corruptors on the way and a whole bunch more Infestors. This is going to be crazy because that Mothership's about to finish. He's going to be able to have the ability to recall his units or cloak them if he chooses. And it looks like White Raw is currently on 5 bases, and he actually has more units or more bases than Idra, and he has a Mothership on the field. This game is getting so crazy. And it looks like armor for those air vehicles is being researched. 5 more Broodlords on the way. I've never seen so much tech actually in a game for quite some time at the high level here. Oh, great fungals from Idra though, and the Broodlords are starting to do a lot of damage, and Idra is starting to pick this army away, and he just keeps fungling the motherboard. And great job by Idra. It looks like this mothership is going to be a pretty expensive boat anchor in a minute here. Idra is just killing it with the Terrans, and Vortex goes down, taking up some units. A lot of his own units are getting caught in it, though. Oh, wow. And a ton of Broodlords are just evaporated. And the mothership finally goes down. It looks like White Raw is still ahead here, just marginally. But this is very close, though. And good game. Idra loses a series. White Raw takes it 2-1. And it all came down to that last engagement. I think Idra left a little bit early there.